when I open my eyes. I have yet to find a day where I find my way instead of walking on the same old path. All gray, always on the side like a shaking surprise. You want my take on all guys and try to hate with all lies. It's fine, do the thing, man. Just let me do mine. Leave the better for the worse. I regret in due time. Poetry, half of you cats unknowingly owing me. The style I brought was such potency. Try to cover with your sorrow, I can help a bit. I have my own problems now, let it melt a bit. Hold the hash as I glance on the overpass. Like older man, my regrets are all over, man. But still I never plan on changing myself. Today I wake up, I lay up and stay up. What? If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life would be.
Ooh.
If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. Now I gotta change. I know I'm young, so much ahead of me, but I feel like so much behind me already that
Oh shit.
I have to look back. If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. Call me blind, but my sunshine is in the skies every morning when I open my eyes. I have yet to find a day where I find my way instead of walking on the same old path. All gray, always on the side like a shaking surprise. You want my take on all guys and try to hate with all lies. It's fine, do the thing, man. Just let me do mine. Leave the better for the worse. I regret in due time. Poetry, half of you cats unknowingly owing me. The style I brought was such potency. Tried to borrow with your sorrow, I can help a bit. I have my own problems now, let it melt a bit. Hold the hash as I glance on the overpass. Like older man's, my regrets are all over, man. But still I never plan on changing myself. Today I wake up, I lay up and stay up. What up?
Yeah.
If I had a second for every
Here we go.
I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that made me. Now I gotta change.
Whoa! My audio kicked in. What the fuck was that? My shit was like 50% for a little while there. There we go. Take a sip off my Steely. Uh-huh. Need me a door up in here. Yeah. Let me get a gorgeous door to fuck on.
Sticks and stones,
Where
they
Lux
might
at?
break your bones, but the 9mm, it will bore your dome. I'm talking about the truth tagging, the body bagging, man, niggas are dying, mamas are crying. Talking about the toe tagging, the body bagging, niggas are mamas are crying. I recall the first time I seen the snow fall. Pray to God this shit won't stop until the road gone. The snow for so long to cover all the blood and bodies on the cemetery I'm on. Crime scene, all white, all white. Pride, all you need is just some debt to lose your life. Cause in my neighborhood, every say the sun Wayne. It's just the struggle of a dying stranger, hear me?
So far, I don't recognize any names, meaning I don't recognize any styles, so I can't tell if these people can drive or not.
Pull off the red-nosed reindeer with a fast stack in the back for the blow. We smoking gas until we choke with a 5 roll. We Tokyo.
You've done it many times under supervision, and this time you're going to do it alone.
Token gas ass dabs. Where the fuck my cash at? I plan to strap a gas tank.
2JZ Trav sounds familiar, but everybody be saying 2JZ, then something up in their names. When it comes to drifting, you'll see quite a bit of that.
I said I'm spark, messing stick with a big bag in a blue box, boomstick with a gang kill quick. 2 shots, who got new rocks? I got 2 knots in my 2 socks like I'm Tina for that tuna. Eat that tuna with a smile. Leave my rich shit at the crib, cause I be going for the I recall the last time I seen the snowfall. Prayed to God this shit would stop until the stroll call. Been hoping for the sun for so long. My shells and hopes is hollow. And all my friends that ain't gone, I'd rather rob and mob, steal and kill. There ain't no jobs or hobbies. Why you probably not in the precinct lobbies?
Hold up.
Harley with stars party while we baking soda. Sticks and stones, they might break your bones, but the 9mm, it will bore your dome. I'm talking about the truth tagging, the body
Hold up.
sticks and I don't give a fuck. Stank cause my breath always stank every time I take a drink. 40s I be down and I'm drowning myself.
I fuck with these first two. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. It'll come after this one. That way we got a little bit of variety. I like fucking Lux's door up to this song right here.
If I had second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be. I guess it's my regrets that make me. If I had a second for every mistake, I can't imagine how much time it would take. Just picture how my life it would be.
It's like when I'm driving behind Lux, I get to think about all kinds of crazy shit, so. This song just fits me thinking about my life. This is very therapeutic when you drive behind somebody so goddamn icy. Alright, those two look like they're getting around these corners. I mean, the Canadian homeboy up there looks like it. Try to get that door next time around. Damn, that got technical as I was taking a drink. I was like, nigga, real? Ah! Jesus, that got crazy. I don't think anybody with me has their headlights on in this exchange. 2 black cars, no lights. Like phantoms out here. Good thing I got the names on. Let's just see what it's like without them, yeah? Oh, I was like, keep going! Don't give up once I get it. I was like, you alright? I need a door. I need a door. So many people up in the pits. What's going on? Straight cut gears sound fantastic. Quite a bit of ping going on right here, but let's see how they drive. Oh, they know how to drive. Too bad they in Australia with not the strongest of connections. Man, I've driven with Australians that are real clean though, so homeboy's internet is just a little harsh. Maybe storming or something. He got satellite internet. that, and he's on the wrong tires. Whoa, my bad. That was ping right there. I was like, that wasn't even that bad of a tap, but that high of a ping difference, that got a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. I was like, I might do it again. Oh, man. I had to back off of him because I was just like, if I go up and tap his door, it's going to, like, his door is really about a damn half car's width closer than it seems. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I'll make contact with him and the physics start applying and shit, it's an invisible fucking barrier. But as long as I'm aware of that, I can get behind his door. See, almost like this. I just pushed his car right there. Like, you can see his angle change dramatically. That was from me making contact with him and pushing him into the drift a little bit more. Like, he would have had to do some serious handbrake whippage to gain that much angle that fast if it wasn't me, you know what I'm saying? And at a corner like that, you ain't really doing some crazy maneuvers like that. That's one of the harshest corners in here. You gotta bleed a lot of speed. Kind of anticipate a shorter corner than you would like. But it's a challenge, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the ones that catches everybody out when they first learn in this mess. God damn, I hit his door right there. We were like 1.5 feet away from that shit. Beautiful. Don't even matter that you got all that ping, bro. I'll drive what you call. Oh shit, I thought I could save you. You just bounced off me and went flying. Ah, shit. Oh shit. Everybody just followed me into the pits. That's ridiculous. Oh man. That was some other level shit. I was just like, really? Nobody kept going? The fuck is this? It was like a snake rolling up in there. Fucking dragon just pulled into the pits. All synchronized and shit. Mad proud of them. Ah, shit. I wanted to take a break, but I want them to keep driving, so this seems like the only tactical way to get that to happen. Give me a second. Oh, man. Where's my... Everybody drinking 40s. Hold up. Where's the bitch at? I know I saved it, man. If I didn't save it, I'd be pissed. Yeah. Little Bobby Hill on the motherfucking album cover. Damn it, Bobby. Here we go. Two more with some high ass ping. We've already fucked with one door. We can get these. Alright, hold on, let's just. Jesus! I needed a handbrake for that bullshit. I was like, no. I don't got all my utilities. Like it was like at that moment he knew he fucked up. I knew that I went into something where I needed a different part of my skill set, and I was like, shit, let me not try to fucking throw my hand up in here and catch that handbrake somehow with this 40. Oh my god. That was some bullshit. We could have made it through that corner, but let me finish this. Oh, that bitch is colder than I wanted it to be. Alright. Another shell down. Here we go. Ooh. Now we just get to outright show off with two hands and shit. No more methodical shit. It's all instincts. I was like, all right, hold up. He's got a... That was the homeboy that I was driving with earlier. He's got the high ping. I was like, I was inside a motherfucker's door for a second. I can't be there with this. I'm up here like, shut the fuck out, bro. Gotta calm the fuck down. Alright, I gotta find somebody with some proper ping so I can get up inside the car. Cause my hitboxes aren't even where my fenders are. I can be inside a motherfucking car. Ooh. Let's go get my favorite. That scarab motherfucking 350. That DK. Get your Tokyo drift on, my nigga. Here we go. Hey. Look at the light hitting that bitch. It's so beautiful. So much better when somebody else is driving the bitch nice in front of me because I get to see it, motherfucker. I never get to see the sides unless I'm fucking with cameras when I'm driving it. Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. So strong looking. Alright, let's get up on somebody's door. Out there. It's just, this is a learning server, you know what I'm saying? People come in, it's their first motherfucking times, they like a 350 and shit. They'll end up in that car more often than not. I've seen some very bad driving in that motherfucker. So it's nice to see some shit where it's just looking like pure ice going on in front of me. Well, almost. On a good Dutch duck, if that's how I say that. That looks like two D's. Double D's up in this bitch. Oh man, some fucking natural double D's. Like, oh. Yes. With that prom with a girl with some F's, all right? I didn't even know that was a thing. We always hear double D's and shit. Did you know bra sizes just keep fucking going? Like, I went to prom with the girl, the one like girl in high school that had that big of titties. I feel bad for her because the way she kind of like said yes to me was because of the crowd that I roll with, and because I saw her with that kind of crowd, I was like, oh damn. The fact that she developed early was no good for her. The fact that she was spending time with those motherfuckers that she was connected to, I was like, oh goddamn, I feel bad for you. And then I knew her father. Like, the one like thing that I had, it was like a guilty pleasure. I played Magic with my brother, like at a card shop. I had a younger brother, and we got into that kind of shit. Like, I like to use my brain and techniques and shit, and just, I don't know, It's just nice to straight up work your brain like that in some kind of strategy where it's unfucking predictable. It was nice. I shouldn't have to explain myself. Those that played Magic know what the fuck I'm talking about. So that mess is expensive like anything that's pretty goddamn fun to do. But it was funny as shit because I was one of the cool kids in high school. Me and this other dude that went to bed, we would see each other at Magic, right? Like on the Friday night motherfucking Magic tournaments. Motherfucker he would straight up like come up with this code. We were talking about relay races or some shit that we were running. And there was these different colored shoes and shit was the different like decks and shit. I was like, that'd be the dirtiest shit I've ever done in my life. Oh man, it was funny as shit because me and homeboy, like he was one of the best players in the state and shit when it came to Magic. So, and I was just one of the cool kids at school. Like he wasn't necessarily one of them, but the way that he came up and talked to me and shit was using relay races. Like it was the funniest shit. Like he didn't want people at school knowing that he played Magic and shit. I was like, I couldn't care the fuck less, but he was the one that started that shit. I was like, I already had enough motherfucking reputation with everybody that they could have found out I played Magic, they would have tried it themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I come into the room and half the people put an X up in the air and shit for bone crushing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my nickname at high school. I had no fucking fear when it came to social shit, but it was just hilarious when I think back of how we always talked in code about some shit, yet we understood each other because, oh man, like I knew all the fucking cards and shit he could have been talking about. Me, my brother, and two of the friends that I met there, some big dudes, like the fattest dudes I've ever met in my life, but they were like the smartest motherfuckers when it came to that shit, and they knew knowledge of it from way back before I started playing and shit. And they would get all excited about shit that I didn't know about that they could tell me about. It was awesome for them. So it was a cool relationship between them. Me and my brother used to fucking learn a lot, like from their experience when it came to that game. Like when they weren't in a match, they would come by and they would literally start coaching us and shit, and like, I know it was a thing that you could do. You could accept advice from people. They were very lenient about that shit at the fucking place that I was at. Those that had ridiculous motherfucking skill in that goddamn game, they didn't worry about you getting coached by somebody when you were in the learning process. They'd rather you be coached and give them a challenge than motherfucking misplay half your hand. And they're like, goddamn, this could have been more interesting if you knew what the fuck to do. If you knew what I had coming, so you knew how to play your shit. The art of war goes a long fucking way when it comes to them kind of games. Strategy games, oh my god. Like, I read that book too late for all that shit. I was just like, god damn, if I would have had that knowledge, I would have just skipped through a whole bunch of bullshit when it came to the learning curve. Like, where you could just trust those instincts and shit that you have. Where you're just like, the random thoughts when you're coming up with them yourself. Where you're like, can I trust my gut feeling right there? If you had some motherfucking battle master that said, yeah, motherfucker, when you feel that gut feeling, go with it. Motherfucker, you're gonna do some dangerous shit. Dangerous shit for your motherfucking enemy, I should say. When I say dangerous, I ain't never really talking about a negative for myself. That's a wild thing about me. I think that's narcissism. I need some doors right now. I'm whipping this car around these corners and I'm like, I'm getting bored. No. Give me a challenge. Yeah. How y'all doing? Oh, it's on boy in my car. How'd I do they reckon shit and I just passed them? That's how I always get in front of people. I'm like, how the fuck did I pass y'all? I was on a door a while ago. So my instincts kick in. I won't even notice that I'm fucking driving for 20 fucking laps in a row. I got that whole 42 motherfucking ounce of a steel reserve, so that's the equivalent of the alcohol content of 240s, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that extra 2 motherfucking ounces goes a ways when you got that kind of alcohol content. But I'm a big motherfucker, so like, I could usually drink twice as much as most people and still stay on that level. Got a lot of Irish, Native American, all kinds of blood in me that's probably had a lot of experience with alcohol. German, oh my God, I got it all. All right, even the black side of me's probably been drinking. All right. I'm like the perfect kind of mutt for alcohol tolerance. I don't know. I can't ever get drunk enough to be belligerent. That's just not a thing with me. But I can get drunk enough to pass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like blackout state, I can still do math and shit, which is the weirdest fucking thing to me. But somehow my body and shit just doesn't coordinate. I'll be like limp in a chair. Yeah, you could ask me a question. I'll give you a full fucking cognitive response. But I'm like, it's like ether. It's like fucking ether. That's how it was described in motherfucking Fear and Loathing, where he's just like, your body's all fucked up, but your mind's completely coherent, so you gotta watch yourself behaving this way. That's how the fuck I get when I get like stupidly drunk. Where I can't like control this big ass body that I'm in anymore. Like all my muscles and shit are too much for me to send goddamn nerve wavelengths to. I was like, what? That's the best way to describe this. But I ain't getting too technical. That's the problem. I get so goddamn technical with some stupid shit that nobody understands what I'm talking about. I'm like, well, that was just a wasted bunch of explanation right there. Let me try to use common fucking words. Like, when I heard how a Rastafarian teaches their children, like, they only use words that a baby could understand, in a sense, so that everyone that you talk to, it's like the perfect form of communication. You know they're gonna understand you. There wasn't a single wasted word among the entire nation that way. Alright? Be 5 years old, you understand the message. There was languages and shit like English was basically made to keep people of lesser understanding from knowing what the fuck you're talking about. It all started with goddamn people starting to read and shit. And they were like, all right, we really got to come up with a technical way that we word things so that if you just don't know these words, it's almost like passwords. Passcodes and shit. Like, the uneducated couldn't understand what the fuck the educated were talking about. That was a seriously powerful thing back in the day. But these days, I mean, it doesn't really go too far because we got the fucking internet and Google Translate, and you can just type in a word you don't know and know that bitch in seconds. You ain't even got to carry a dictionary on you anymore. It's ridiculous how lazy we've become mentally because of how easy shit's gotten, but that's going to be some shit we got to worry about very soon. I should keep talking shit like I'm on one side or the other about that notion before I get abducted or some bullshit. Shit's gonna happen, and those that are strong will survive. Darwinism's gonna take motherfucking effect real soon. In some crazy ways we ain't really prepared for it, but when I say the word prepared for it, everybody jokes them preppers and shit, but those motherfuckers are gonna have an edge. They might not be the most intelligent people that are doing it because they just stupidly paranoid about it. And I'm just like, when the time comes, I'll roll with the punches and shit. I'll train in combat sports and shit like that. The motherfucking shit ain't gonna be too goddamn crazy when it rolls around if it comes to it. But when it comes to that motherfucking shit, those with a stockpile of weapons and shit and crazy shit to defend themselves, they will be your best motherfucking friends. Alright, let me stop talking about the goddamn, like, breakdown of society. Like, it'll all break down and then one fucking government will come over and take over it all. Let me just say that shit. Alright, that's the gangster shit you can leave with. Now we done talking about it. It's all about turning a fucking cube into a sphere, if you feel me. Finally solidifying that whole globe aspect of the world. One fucking strong circumference of it all. Oh my God. All right, you can drive. See, now that I'm fucking concentrating, I was like, can this motherfucker drive? Can I get up on that door and trust it? Can I trust you? Hit like 8 more corners like this and I'll let my instincts take over. But good guy, you doing well. You looks like. Oh, we getting close to rails too. Right as I say you looks like, I was like, no, Lux wouldn't do something like that. They don't take them kind of risks. I like this style. I like this. Keep going, fool. Yeah. Whip it whenever you need to. I'll get the fuck out your way. We got reaction time. Don't you even trip, bro. Do your thing up there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you quick too. Thinks he has to run away or some shit. You don't gotta run away. Do your thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you can handle that. With skills like you show, you can handle that, chat. It's like reverse entries and shit. Load them G's, bro. Load them G's. Ooh. Gotta give a little high five, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Oh, I got you. Don't even trip. I'll fuck you up, I'll fix it. You just keep doing your thing. I don't even know your name. Hold on. Let me focus on what the fuck the motherfucker's name is so we know who we drive with next time. Benir? How do you pronounce that? Let's see, I wish I could fucking like hear the pronunciation of some shit like that. Bah! Oh my god, I didn't know I had that much traffic behind me. I was trying to do a motherfucking contact 360, but that shit was a disturbance to 2-3 motherfuckers behind me. My bad, y'all. That was selfish as fuck. Oh, Poolicky, you been on here for like 3 days straight. What's up, homie? You one of the regulars now? We just gotta call the motherfucking Pooh, alright? Or PL. We're just gonna call the motherfucking PL-13. Yeah. There we go. Ooh-wee. Get up in there. You'll find it. Oh, good God! We almost fucking died. Holy shit! When the last 30 seconds flashes before your life because you motherfucking ain't got time to reminisce on anything else. Life like, shoot! You better do something you want to stay on this plane of existence. I like that door. Come here. Oh, don't even follow him. I got your door. All right, that's some bullshit. How long did Twitch motherfucking like shut down my stream right there? Stream is disconnected, attempting to reconnect 17 minutes ago. Oh my God, they were missing out on so many doors. there we go. I was like, I got the fucking skills to put that shit on this door. What am I doing way out here? Like, I hate it when I get lazy and shit, and then I see it. Like, I'll go back and look at a replay, and it'll look so ugly to me because I know I got the skills to do something about what I'm seeing, and I just won't do it for some reason. Like, I just sit there like, all right, when we get through the corner, I'll just fuck up the next corner or some shit. But nah, man. My ego and shit, like, why the fuck did I just sit there and calmly motherfucking be satisfied by something so unsatisfying? Oh no, the lag! No, it left. I wish I could have told him how good of a driver he was. Was that him? I don't know who I just hit right there, but I think that was the motherfucker that I was getting doors with in the 350 with the DK paint. I wish I could leave this shit right now and get that car if I rejoin with that motherfucker. Let me just see. It ain't gonna happen, but I can pray. It's gonna put me in the same exact one because for some reason it saves the car that you were just in for you if you rejoin within a certain amount of time. I don't understand that. Like, if it's still available, you get that exact car. There's 3 of them available right now. I should get the first one available in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? If I was writing the code, it'd be the first available one, which is that DK350. Because I made it, if I ever restart the server and I rejoin, I'm always going to get my car. You know what I'm saying? If you're the first motherfucker in the 350, you deserve to have that 350. I need to stop. I'm fucking too hype right now. His lineage or something like that. Certain things involving power and shit and plans and crazy shit. I could have sworn that it was just motherfucking talking about Magic together, and then that spiraled into all kinds of crazy shit because, yeah, it's gonna get there. Anyways, yeah. Oh my God. Let me find a door that I could fuck up like before. Gas Monkey. Now that's one that I could fuck with, but homeboy has a lot of ping right now. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Woo! And I got the same exact car, even though my one was available. Is it still shutting my stream down because I keep saying shit referencing the fact that motherfucking I was saying some shit about something I shouldn't have been talking about? I know they're fucking watching me by now. We done fucked up and said too many goddamn things. They're just like, fuck, why do you gotta show such intelligence? Now we got to watch your ass. Gotta hire a motherfucker for you specifically and shit. Because, you know, fucked up and said too much shit around a fucking cell phone. My TV is probably one of them bitches. That's just fucked up. I got a smart TV. I was like, bitch, just nothing smart about this bitch. This TV has more Down syndrome than anything. All right, let me not knock on people with Down syndrome. All right, they make donuts and shit at Sugar Plum that are bomb as fuck. Oh my god, let me stop. I'm working. All right, I'm just like my TV. I can't even compare the motherfucking Down syndrome because I got too much respect for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this TV is so fucked up, and they had the audacity to call this shit a smart TV. And I was like, come on, man. It literally is slower. It is time-wise slower than every TV you've ever used at doing basic functions. And you're like, now why is that? What's going on where you got that kind of goddamn processing problem? You can't even do your own functions within a goddamn decent time frame. Because it's probably up to something. I ain't questioning the shit further than that. Like, I ain't never break into this motherfucking TV. It's too large and motherfucking nice to game on for me to fuck it up. For a little bit of learning. Anyways. It's just funny to me. Paranoia is the reason they gotta motherfucking watch out for people. You say too much, you show that you're capable of things, capable of exerting your will on things. Wherever you go, if you just willful and change shit, you get watched. And it's some crazy shit. You don't understand how invasive these motherfuckers can be, but you don't want to think about it if you want to keep your sanity. Otherwise, like I said, paranoia. Fuck it though, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you know it's not the case most likely, but I just pray that the one motherfucking person in the NSA that might be looking at me is just some fucking little Asian sexy thing that... Alright, the reason I expect this is I have a fucking like girl in my past that would have became this. So it's just a bit of a side fantasy I've always fucking had in my fucking back of my mind. I was like, if there was somebody looking at me, it most likely be you. She find a way. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we split and that was her fucking career path, I always just thought like, that's probably what the fuck she's doing. But just imagine that, and it really makes you less uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like some fine thing is the one that's spying on you, and she gets stupid jealous every time you motherfucker do some extra Mac shit with some beautiful woman because she just there. She wish she wasn't spying on you right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like make her regret it a little bit because she grows attached to you. All right, that's how you grow comfortable with the fucked up situation. Let me not even mention what the other side of that coin would be. That would be stupidly disturbing to you because just keep that fucking mental image strong. That's the only thing we could do at this point. Oh my god. If you want to know the disturbance and it's gonna bother you, South Park done did a pretty fucking good representation of the shit. I'm weak. I'm weak right now. Oh man. Woo! Alright, I need a door. We need to go drive because, good God, that conversation got fucking weird at the end. I was like, I can't leave the bitch unfinished, you know what I'm saying? We ain't no coward. I'ma fucking let y'all know. Those that want to know, I ain't gonna motherfucking just destroy your thought process right now because I left you with something madly motherfucking, like, tempting. Alright? I'm not gonna destroy that beautiful shit with some ugly shit, but if you really want to know... Or if most of the world probably knows from just how I reference that shit. I ain't gonna give a fucking proper reference so you know exactly where to look for it, but that'll be my little shout out to South Park for entertaining me all these years. Y'all gotta go find that information. Oh man. I do like that system where if I'm going too fucking fast, I could just phase through a fucking car, but I did not utilize that bitch well there. I love how I didn't just back up and keep going. I started out on some fresh tires. I would never have done that if I wasn't this fucked up. As soon as I did it, I understood why the fuck I shouldn't have done it. Such a simple fucking thing. Yeah, because I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? If I pull out on the road, I guess I'll just reheat these bitches. It's usually a thing that I might fucking like having my tires always as hot as they should be. A lap and a half in. Hey. It's a lot of ping right there, but I wonder if Quad can drive, because that would be a good door. Let's see where they're at after this lap. Brewskis. Man, he's probably as fucking drunk as I am right now, so that would probably just be a good door because of the synergy. Shit, here we got Beasting. Now, I enjoy that fucking name because I thought that it wasn't ever a word that I used all the fucking time. Beasting on a bitch. Beasting on a situation. And then I heard, who was it, Chris Smooth from YouTube say beasting and feasting. And I was like, alright bro, you a friend of mine. You using the word beasting. I remember when somebody trolled my ass and they were just like, bee sting, nigga? Like, I can handle a bee stinging me. I was just like, oh, fucking bumble ass bee. I was mad fucking insulted by some shit, and it was a plain fucking like common misunderstanding, but the two, but I was like clever enough. I had to diffuse the situation. I probably shouldn't have been so offended because it did sound like either two, and a motherfucker could just be straight up allergic to bees, and I'm like, that's deadly to some motherfuckers. They're like, hey man, a bee sting and a beasting. I've never heard the fucking term beasting before. I don't think about beasts enough to motherfucking ever run into the word beasting. But a bee sting, nigga, I've heard of that, and I'm aware that I probably shouldn't be allergic to them bitches if I'm gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? I could have took that shit with a more level head, but there's something about my testosterone levels. They just always get me into trouble, alright? Where even my mom thinks I'm a bully, alright? I'm just like, oh, goddamn, I hate that word. I ain't a bully, I just exert my will on shit, alright? Just... It ain't my fault if something's so weak that it kind of just cripples underneath the pressure. I thought that we all just silverbacking it and shit, and we gonna clash from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like a double-edged sword. Somebody's always gonna get a little fucking hurt, but it's okay. Like, there ain't no safe side of a motherfucking double-edged sword. So by that metaphor, what I'm saying is 50% of the time somebody's gonna get hurt in a relationship between two alphas. You got a strong woman with a strong man, that shit's gonna be trouble. Like Katie, she's a strong woman. She thought that she was gonna be in some kind of like dom situation or some shit. I was like, girl, you couldn't dominate me if your life depended on it, alright? So don't even go there. Like, she 5 foot tall and like motherfucking 100 pounds. She Vietnamese and shit. I am 200 and motherfucking 80 pounds of man. Alright, American man. She can't possibly think that she will ever overwhelm me with strength. Alright, my mother is one of the strongest women you're gonna run into. It was funny when I brought up some there was a character in that new game that came out, motherfucking Dauntless. And I was like, nah, she looks like she is on some testosterone-filled steroids right now. Because a woman's body can't develop shoulders like that. They can't develop arms like that. No matter how strong a bodybuilder they are, you know they on steroids if they turn out looking manly, all right? Because that is a thing that they don't naturally develop. Testosterone, all right? Which fuels your muscles in a way that builds that crazy-ass goddamn shape. You got blown up muscles and shit, and you just tearing your body up in ways that when it recuperates, it's just large. Like, I got my chest to the point in high school that my trainer was like, you could set a milk jug on my chest and shit, and he wasn't lying. On each one of my pecs, you could just rest a fucking milk jug on. Alright, 2 of them bitches. Just, that's the kind of plateau I could create with my chest. Except I was damn near 400 pounds. I was 380 at my highest. 394, I believe, was the highest I ever saw on the scale. So, like, that was, like, the highest I ever saw on the scale, but I don't think I was at that very long. I was playing lacrosse and shit as a goalie back then, so I was doing a lot of weight. I never did anything that was cardiovascular, which was why I stayed so huge. I just did strength training. Nothing but making myself as large and as strong as I could. Kind of like a strongman motherfucking situation. And that shit tears on your fucking tendons and shit with the kind of training that I was doing. It was called resistance training, where you don't do reps necessarily. You get someone to push up against the weight as you're trying to do natural exercises like a fly, bench presses. It's no longer fighting just a certain weight against gravity, you know what I'm saying? It's someone else battling you for that. So you're sitting there fighting another human being to keep that weight where it is as long as you can. Like, he just holds out as long as you can, finds out what your maximum is, and then the next few weeks he bases a routine around that shit. And it was great for building muscle. I was one of the strongest motherfuckers in my school just naturally, because that kind of shit gave me core strength. It didn't give me like glamour muscles and shit like that. I mean, my arms were huge, my chest was huge and shit like that, my abs and shit. If I wasn't so goddamn big, like, I had a lot of fat in high school because, motherfucker, you could not feed me enough food. Like, I could build that body a lot bigger than I built it if I would have had the goddamn, like, equipment and the right kind of food. But it's like I was built to become some kind of goddamn warrior when I was growing up. I just wasn't fed right. Like, my DNA needed to be... Like when I have a kid, I'm excited as fuck because I'm like, I know what to do with my DNA now. Alright? Like, my parents were young and kind of ignorant to it, so they didn't understand, like, the gift that they were given and shit. They didn't even have a good relationship to try to raise me in a way where, well, first of all, my dad was never there. So, I'm a bastard in that sense. I just had a stepfather that, he was at least military trained, so I got warrior-like upbringing. I mean, I even eat my food military style, alright? Like, he explained to me one day, just one fucking day, what it was like to eat in the military. If you wanted to have enough food to fill you, you had to eat fast. Within 5 minutes, you had to finish a meal. So, he was like, in 2 minutes and 50 seconds, you can finish a whole meal, go up for seconds and shit within that 5 minutes, and straight kill it. And I was like, for some reason, I would enjoy my food like so much faster. And it wasn't like I didn't enjoy it. I would eat a steak and have like a damn orgasm when I eat a bitch. But I knew how to eat that motherfucker fast. It was a thing, man. It was just a thing that I knew how to get food into my system, like sustenance into my system, and just keep going on to the next task. And it just became very useful. I am twice the size of my brothers, just naturally, like in just physical frame. And it's because I don't know if it's my genetics. Now, I have a different father than them, so it could clearly just be genetics. But I've always ate damn near twice the amount of food that my brothers have. Like, I can just eat bigger than palm-sized motherfucking portions, and I use the muscle and shit. I know where to put this shit in my body. My frame just grew right. I don't know. It's something that I'm proud of. And I can't wait to hand that shit off to a kid that I know how to raise right and feed them right and motherfucking like give them that godlike athletic fucking body that I knew I could have had if I was just motherfucking fed properly from day one. Like if my parents knew what they had, it would be a different story. But of course it was my mother's first child. She wanted to feed me McDonald's and shit, and it fucked with my metabolism rates and shit like that. Like, I'm a motherfucking get my kid pure fucking grilled chicken and shit. He gonna be growling with it. Ain't gonna be no steroids and all crazy shit. It's gonna be some organic motherfucking perfect shit for him. He's gonna be a natural fucking warrior. Perfect fucking muscle, perfect goddamn instincts and reaction time. The best mix of fruit and shit for his goddamn instincts and eyesight, just utilities he's gonna need in sports and warfare, whatever the fuck my kid ever runs into. They're just gonna be a beast at it. Absolute monstrosity. Like they're from another world, and it's just because you understand what the fuck they need and what they don't need. See, we came from a generation where they didn't have the tools at their fucking disposal that we have. We were raised by people that were raised by their fucking parents, and they had a style of doing things. But because I'm a bastard, I don't really have a set rule on what I have to do when it comes to raising my kids. I'm just gonna do what I know will make them strong. I've never had a limitation like that. I've never had that career path somewhat thought out for me. It is sought out for you because your parents want you to do this shit, so I wasn't wrong in going that route. I just didn't think people would understand what the fuck I was talking about when I say it that way. Someone else is seeking something for you, so they train you to be something better than they were. See, but I'm just going to give them the jack of all trades treatment. They're going to be good at just living life better than I did. It's going to be fucked up because I know I'm going to have, alright, my mother says I'm going to have all daughters. And I'm like, that wouldn't be fucked up for me. I'd still be the strongest male alpha in my family line during my generation. Like, during my lifespan, it would satisfy my ego, okay. But I want a son to pass on my goddamn warrior-like skills to. I don't know why. Like, I feel like that's almost damn sexist for me to say, like, I'm going to train my daughters the same way to be just as strong, but there's something that I can relate to with them being a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could teach him how to be a strong man. How to be a strong woman. They're going to turn out fucking butch as fuck, okay? My daughters are not going to be somebody wearing makeup and shit, like anything like that, feeling like they got to ask for protection and shit. My daughters will be fucking warriors. Like, they'll cut your fucking balls off you come at them wrong. Be like, the world doesn't need any more of you fucking procreating. Oh, man. Like, shit might get that dark when my daughters are around. I don't know what I'm going to have to teach them. All I know is they're going to be some fucking savages when it comes to they fucking respect this shit. You either come at that correct or you might end up fucking not leaving that situation. We don't know what kind of rules are going to be in the future. If it might go back to the old West days, that's going to be a reality y'all got to check. There's going to be fathers like me that just taught their daughters to be straight up warriors. You might think that you're the most Don Juan smooth motherfucker in the world and you run into one of my girls. See, because I'm one of the biggest fucking players that'll ever fucking be. I know how to protect them against motherfuckers like me. That's the fucked up thing. I'm just like, I know that y'all are gonna run into motherfuckers exactly like your father. That's what's fucked up. They might actually fucking like find them more appealing because they remind them of me when I'm gone, and that might be a problem. That's a problem that I always thought about. So I was just like, I just gotta outlive everybody. I'm never gone, so they don't ever fucking have that thought happen, and they're just the strong fucking girls I built. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Because when you make them strong and then they have that fucking problem, they will be kind of fucking whorish in a sense because they just strong enough to kill anybody that ever does them wrong. But motherfucking, they gonna have that problem still. You just like, fucking, hey, if I didn't turn her into a psychopath by dying early. Oh my god. All this real shit that I'm talking right now, like all this kind of shit that is like, it's like fucking pillow talk when you get high with your girl and fuck, and then you talking like this afterwards. And then she all mad and entertained because you this fucking passionate about this shit. Like, I actually hit her up recently. Oh my god. That big booty Jamaican girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. I knew she missed me too. The way she responded to that message, I was like, god damn, like somebody ain't doing you right. I need a door real bad to distract me from my mind right now before I say some shit I'm gonna regret. I was like, her ass will fucking find this footage someday and be like, motherfucker, why you tell everybody about me? I ain't say a name, right? I ain't say a name. I did say the profile, so if somebody goes and finds out who the fuck this is, yeah, they're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. But goddamn, she ain't gotta worry about shit. Ain't nobody stalking me like that. Yeah. Shit. Alright, I think about that kind of shit. Like when they said I was fucking set to go pro in paintball and shit, I was just like, I don't know if I want my lifestyle to become that, first of all. Where I got that much attention and people idolizing me and shit, because making my videos and shit, that was enough. And I felt like some kind of weird, people think that they know you, but they don't know you kind of shit. Like they come up to you like you're their best friend and shit, but they don't know a damn thing about who you really are, and it's the weirdest experience. Because they got you at a disadvantage. First of all, they think they know you, and you don't know who the fuck they are, you know what I'm saying? So there's that ice breaking you gotta go through. But it's a weird sensation, you know what I'm saying? Like, fame is not a thing that's very fucking comfortable, especially if you a smart motherfucker, because you won't see it as very settling. I feel like fame is meant for airheaded motherfuckers that ain't thinking about reality and shit. They just trying to escape from shit constantly. That's the perfect mentality for that. My ass tries to stay as centered as possible with all of my fucking knowledge and instincts and motherfucking any tool that I fucking built at my disposal at all fucking moments. That shit don't fly when you motherfucking famous. Yet I sit here and do things like this that potentially would blow up into something like that. It's just because I could do this shit and grow this community. Like, I have a server that I'm running. This has always been to make sure that there's good drivers. Like Lux, all these people, they'll jump on here and drive with me. I like to show that to other people so that, you know, that other good drivers are on here. One, either somebody with potential will aspire to join us someday, which there's been a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, great drivers have shown up, just they're waiting for the wheel to show up, and they watching the stream and shit like that. I'm just like, thank God we got the stream up and a place for you to drive, because once that person gets that wheel and starts driving, I want them here. I want that door so that I can drive with it. And they'll learn once they download everything, all the mods, the different tracks. They'll figure out why us experienced drivers and shit love this track. There's just something to it. It's the kind of driving that you would do in your real car all day. You wouldn't be fucking with multiple gears, like trying third and fourth gear drifting and shit in real life all the time, because that's going to tear your whole transmission up. Third and fourth gear, your driving gears. If you were ever to pull that bitch out onto a fucking real road and highway, you're going to need those gears in good shape just to fucking go, alright? You do not want to fuck them gears up if at all possible. Now, second, you can fucking skip you goddamn ride first hard enough, you know what I'm saying? But second is a gear that you want to do all your drifting in if possible. If you can do every bit of your drifting in second gear, oh my, mwah. Alright, and that's what this track is. Somebody fucking understood that concept and built this whole bitch on that motherfucker right there. Like, no matter what car you driving, second gear should be godlike for this. No matter what your gear ratio is. Alright, you could have some stupidly short gears, and it will get kind of like you're banging on the limiter. I don't know who'd be running like 4 or 5s and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck actually be putting those in their cars other than somebody in Japan? I hear they run stupidly short gears. When I say stupid, not like they dumb as fuck. Like it's just, motherfucker. We in 2019. I ain't gotta explain me saying stupid. No disrespect to Japan, though. Basically, what I'm getting at. Ridiculous is what I say when it's stupid. All right, there we go. I was like, what's a fucking hominin or a thesaurus of the world of motherfucking Mike? There we go. That's a good comparison when I say stupid. Ridiculous. Anyways, I got some burgers I gotta cook. I also got pasta and shit. If my brother's gonna get hungry soon, he made some enchiladas earlier and gave me like half of them. So I said I'd cook some pasta. So that's thing I gotta cook. But that ground beef has to be cooked ASAP because it's gonna go bad like fucking half a day ago. Except my ass will eat fucking. My stomach can withstand some shit, alright? Like I eat a raw steak and shit, alright? We alright. Anyways. I am getting kind of hungry though, so I want to see what his deal is. Driving for an hour and 21 minutes. If I start that pasta, it'll be about 10 minutes more of driving once I get it started. Then I gotta stir the noodles around because I don't like them bitches sticking to the bottom. The salt doesn't do enough to keep them off, you know what I'm saying? It starts boiling up into the water and it ain't there anymore to keep them bitches from sticking. But anyways. Oh, man. Let me go see when he's gonna be hungry, because if he ain't gonna be hungry for a minute, yeah, we ain't gotta worry about the stream ending. But I will be fucking up them goddamn noodles and that pasta and meatballs while it's fresh, because, the arrabbiata or whatever the fuck pronunciation of them Italian ass. The specialty tomatoes. Them oblong shaped tomatoes. The sauce is delicious. And I love it when it's fresh. Anyways, BRB.
smoke crack? Nah, I used to move packs. It's all about the money. So now we rolling deep, rolling with a gang, ready to slang. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. We're more money, pressure, rolling, in a Chevy, lighter, rolling. Oh shit. It's all about demolish. We're more honey, pressure, rolling, in a Chevy, lighter, pussy motherfucker, keep your mouth closed, or get your eye closed. Pussy motherfucker, keep your mouth closed, or get your eye closed. Pussy motherfucker, keep your mouth closed, or get your eye closed. Pussy motherfucker, keep your mouth closed. Paper platoon and we back with a gun. We're more honey, pressure, rolling, in a Chevy, lighter, oh shit. We're more honey, pressure, how we rolling, in a Chevy, lighter, how we fuck girls, I got guns around the world and enough shooters in the cat to start a little war. Started with a kill, now we buy a little more. Ran up on the Vaughn crib and shot a little dog. Casualty of war, but who the fuck is keeping score? While the demon leaves us fiending and we covered in this gore. I got my mask on my face. Okay, killer slang, had no race. You may find me, but my gang won't ever change. End up selling tape around your face in the back of your brain, cause it's the sport. We're more honey, pressure, rolling, in a Chevy, lighter, rolling, oh shit. I used to have laws, used to have God, used to have a law, now it's all money. Now it's all money. I used to have friends, now it's all about the money. Now it's all about the money.
Nobody likes the records that you play. Nobody likes the records that. Nobody likes the records that you play. Nobody likes the records that. Alright. Nobody likes the records that you play. No.
All I know is cash money, ho. Get it with me. Get it with me. All I know is cash money, cuz. Bust them with me. Bust them with me. All I know is alcohol and circles. Hey, sit there with me. Sit there with me. All I know is smoke. It's all. Hey, fuck the world, man, they still don't know. In my hood, they call me the cola coke. Patrol and approach, control and promote. Cool like you bitch deep in the throat. We both know there's no photos. So when I catch a op, they get post. Fuck your winning that beef. Most schools on my team ain't even got real 3G. Bang. Motherfucker like now woods. In the back of the whip with the back of your bitch and it's been 4 hours. Watching that old Russian mob, our world star, my boys went hard. Touring like we on grandma yard. Never bow down like I need bleak tar. My heart gone, but my bitch bad. My gun loaded, my speedo bag. When I cop bastard fast, busted out them clutches. I'm paralyzed, smoking Dutches. In my life, for myself, cut my sister.
All right, heads up. I'm starting the meatballs, pasta, and the water, the meatballs, and the sauce. And then I'll come back and I'll dry it for about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Once the fucking water starts boiling to a point that I can put the pasta in, I'm going to turn the stream off so I can get that done, eat, and then I'm probably gonna be playing that new game, motherfucking Dauntless, with my brother for a little bit. He says he'll be up for another hour, so that's the plan. Let's enact it.
Tattoo, dice fake goons, up all night, watch Sailor Moon. We train like militants in the rain. Dissect state vigilant, move that cane. Standing with a sack in your crib with a cane. Take advantage, you slouch ass. Motherfucker, he banging your bitches. You snitches down 3 digits as we steamrolling through kitchens. Stealing cash phones of your women's. Charlie moved a Molly, probably mixed with some dodgy, soggy weed. It got me coffee. Got that hottest, call it sake. Bustin' the headshot, seal cocky. Fucking damn sweatshop, steal Ferraris. Making them Starbucks like the coffee. Hit the swap meet, move some property, probably. Bustin' shorts out in public. Checking checks that check Republic. Either we mobbing or we trapping. We some goblins, killer, what's happening? Catch a damn case with a butterball bitch in a damn basket. Motherfucker. You decide. You the god.
Nobody likes the records that I play. Nobody think like it's the records that I write. Nobody likes the records that I play.
Round up the
Nobody likes the records that I play. Nobody think like it's the records that I write. Nobody likes the records that I play.
My belly roll through these Beverly Hills. I see my soul surely sold like a treasury bill. The thought of being old and broke make me mentally ill. That's why all night I'm on the road till I make me a kill. Just to make a lot of money. And I'm gonna quit this Man, I can't quit shit. Stuck in shackles, searching balance for sad samples. A savage example of bad emotion and sand tablets. A passing habit of money making the backstabbers. Kill the illiterate, literally for considerance. To make a lot of money. For every Hennessy glass, to all my fellas that pass, to every soldier meet Jehovah just by trying their task, to all my killer gorillas and chinchilla and villas, really the most of rap killers, really they just blow fillers just to make a lot of money, and I'm gonna quit this I'm facing hallucinations on stages of pain, ages to patiently lay waiting to basically hate creatives. You see, the stage we're facing in the moment it seems, just tell you what you'll get a better. You little man, I'm a little brittle bitch, beat a bitch to a ceiling fan. I'm a fucking He-Man, hero, killer man. You a damn Leroy Jenkins, split the fam, shit I've been running. I've been running all day, cash in the grip with a slung strap cake. Got bullets in my vest for the past few days, but I'm cool as a must when it comes to my bank. Yeah, when I run up on a king and the gods at the same damn time. Two shots to drop anybody, they drive anywhere near my town. Yeah, shit up as a rack game plan. Never online, but your mouth in the packs.
Oh, fucking right. What's up?
Are the steps that I take, so I float through the world smoking ounces a day. And now the police they recording every word that I say, so I made up a language with 50 ways to say J.
Oh, what happened? Is it really that short? Oh, I came in for that whole fucking shit? Hold up.
Man, I can't quit shit. Stuck in shackles, searching battles. For every Hennessy mass, to all my fellas that pass, to every soldier meet Jehovah just by trying their task, to all my killers, gorillas and chinchilla and villas, realer than most of rap killers, really they just born killers, just a
I've said some crazy shit on this stream, just like any other. Holy shit. Funny is I've proven time and time again that they cannot trust me with that fucking information. Even if they wanted to use me as some kind of tool, it's just like, fuck, he's too much of a motherfucking risk. Alright? But how talented the motherfucker is, and how about it, too much of a motherfucking security risk. I got you. Look at that shit. You live? It's the right kind of tap, you know what I'm saying? Violence is sometimes the motherfucking answer. Like that situation. Embrace it. Woo! Oh, I was like, let me try my little slight reverse. He wanted to catch up though. I can't blame him. Damn, we got an entire Australian line, you know what I'm saying? I might as well make another server in Australia so that motherfuckers have a place to drive. I'll drive with them. Apex Predators, if I ever bring that server back up, I might do that. I might make an Australian one. That way I'm the one with the high ping when I'm driving with all of them and they got a home to drive on. Because that's one thing I don't think they have is an Australian place where they got these cars on this track with the night server and all this shit. Like, this might be the only place where the night server is this dark too. Like, that's a certain thing I have to do on my end. And it's different from what they say is the darkest that you can get it. They say it's 12 o'clock, which it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's motherfucking, the latest, it could be like 18 is what I set this on. And it puts the moon in that spot right there. Like, it's so beautiful sitting on that fucking mountain. I'm like, how can you even ask for that shit somewhere on this planet? It's so beautiful looking right there. But really, that's a sunrise or sunset, whichever, sunset, since it's only 18. But that's what makes it this dark out here. Otherwise, what they say matches this filter is a lot lighter. was like, good God, there's a train on up here. Hold up. Oh, no, my God. No, 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 yeah. Psh. What you doing just sitting here? I tried to save him. Wasn't enough oomph, though. He was trying to get out of our way. Woo! There we go. Whoa! My lights are off. I was just like, why'd it get so dark? I got you. Ride it out. Yeah. Oh, shit. You did a couple more spins than I thought you would. All right. Well, at least one more spin. All right, them noodles have got to be boiling by now. I hope you'll have a great night. And as always, thank you for stopping by.